Okay, so we are recording. Welcome, you guys. We wanted to do a training every Thursday as a training. We want to keep this going. So Thursday at 8 p.m., it's going to be a team training, and I don't think there's a better subject to cover than how to crush the end of the month. And Erin is trying to fit life in also. So she's at a family reunion. So I just talking to her was like, all right, obviously we get the people on that can crush the end of the month, people that are incredible into just personal enrollers, which Sadie and Kim are. I mean, I'm not too shabby at it. I have over 100 personal enrollees. So we just thought we would get on here and share with you exactly what we do, things that you like, scripts you can take, posts you can do, tangible things that you can walk away and duplicate to close this month. And so we're just going to kind of go through what we're going to cover is those people that have links that haven't enrolled, the people that have enrolled and haven't ordered, new prospects, and then also existing customers that need to order. All of those impact your close of month, impact your paycheck. So everything you are doing right now, you're writing your paycheck. You are writing your story for September. You are writing the phone call that you could get from corporate. That's what we are all doing right now. And I just like to think of it as you're writing your story. What is the end of your story going to say for September to remember? And I love close of month, just to give you guys a little bit of my experience. I'm Shannon King, by the way. I haven't even said who I am. But anyway, we look different than our profile pictures sometimes. So I came from corporate America and sales, and every month of my life since I was 19 at least has been a close week. So you have close and your final 24 hours and all of that, and then close of the quarter and close of the year. And it's just something that I get so excited about because I see miracles happen. I see people do things that they never thought they could possibly do, and you will accomplish it in a few hours, things that are daunting when you're starting a month. You're like, I don't know how I'm going to do that in a month. And you do it in a few days. And so it's crazy to me what people are able to do. And I would just let you guys know what I would come into this with. And I kind of said it in my reminder today is we can give you all the things to say, exactly what we say. We can tell you exactly what to do. But you have to decide right now that you are willing and you are going to take action, that you're going to jump off of here with your rear end on fire. If it's not for you, then do it for somebody on your team that needs it. But everybody should leave here just freaking on fire, wanting to do what you said that you were going to do. And you've got to decide to do it now. Otherwise, none of this matters, right? So we're going to share all of that with you, but decide right now that you are worth it. Your family's worth it. Your why is worth it. Your team is worth it. I believe firmly that if you started enrolling people and you're like, I just need somebody to enroll with me, and somebody's told you yes, you're obligated to freaking help them. You took them on, and you are obligated to run with them until the end of this and help them achieve their goals. That's what this is all about. So I'm just going to start. Sadie, do you want to add anything to that? Just kind of an opening?
Actually, you did really, really good, but I like the part how you said that when you bring somebody into this business that you do owe them to guide them and to lead them and to run with them. And that if you don't have that energy or that fuel, do it for that person, not necessarily for yourself.
Yeah. Kim, you?
Yeah, no, everything you said, I almost was like, Jesus hands, because I just actually did that. Yeah, I was like, me and Shannon need to hang out more because I just did that live for my team yesterday. And I said, listen, you guys, it's the last 5 days of the month. I see a lot of people being like, oh, I had to cancel. Oh, this person told me no. Oh, this. And I was like, 5 days, I'm like, there's no next month. There's September. There's right now. There's today. This team doesn't give up. I told them, I said, my residual income, Madra, I thought I saw Madra on, but Madra bumped up post of my paycheck from exactly a year ago in September. My residual income was $747. My residual income went from $747 to almost $10,000 in exactly 12 months. And what I told my team was that in 12 months, like get out of town. And I said, that didn't happen by me saying, oh, well, this month kind of sucks at the end, so I'm gonna go take a nap. I said my girls that I started with, if they would have said to me 4 days before the end of the month, oh, maybe next month, I would have been like, get your life together. I'm going to need you to go figure this out, go take a walk in the park, and come back when your head's right. So the only reason I say that and even mention my residuals, because I want you guys to know what can happen here. I am not a networker. I am a little mama. I came running in here because I'm like throwing the kids at my husband. Madra, she is on. And I mean, my check from a year ago, my residual was $747. So I just say, pull out all the stops, man. We got 3-4 days left. We might as well have a whole month, right? Like,
yes, I've seen people go director in a couple hours the last day of the month. So no goal is too freaking big for the amount of time that we have left, not a single one. And so now it's like, well, what do I do? What are we going to do with this? So let's start with people that have links. So you've made them a link and they have not enrolled or ordered yet. Sadie, what are a couple best practices you have to get those people to freaking use that link and enroll and order?
First thing is, tomorrow is one of the best days to follow up. It's payday. So make sure that you have your whole list of follow-ups. I follow with everyone. For when we have a customer appreciation, I message every single person I've ever sent a link to about customer appreciation. I ask them, what can I do to help you get your order in? Can I shop? Can I help you shop? The $1 enrollment's going to end at the end of the month. I throw out like all my ammunition, literally. Like when it gets this close to the end of the month, it's all hands on deck. Like my whole list, I message everybody personally. I will voice record. And I also reach out to anybody and everybody that's on my list that I've been chicken to message. Okay, you asked them about the links. Anyway, so I let them know.
Say just on the people that have a link and have not enrolled or ordered yet.
Yeah, so we're going to message them about customer appreciation and the $1 enrollment ending, period.
Awesome. Okay. What can you give an example message of what you would say? Like something you've sent to somebody already so we can type it up and somebody can use it.
Sure. I would actually like voice record and I'll use Susie. Hey, Susie, I'm just following up with you, seeing if I can help you shop. I want to remind you that the $1 enrollment ends on Sunday. And we also have this amazing customer appreciation going on for essential oils that I would love to fill you in about. Can I give you a call? What's a good time?
Awesome. I think that's so key. Can I give you a call? What time? So getting them on the phone. Kim, what do you have for people that have a link and haven't used it, that said they were freaking ready and they haven't done anything with it?
Yeah, I have two that I like to use a lot. Well, my first one is, hey girl, your link's about to expire. I send that. Like the biggest thing I see people do is they send a link and they wait like a week to follow up. If I've sent you a link and you haven't clicked it, like by the next morning, you're getting a message from me and it says, hey girl, your link's going to expire. Somebody's going to ask me how long the links expire. I don't know. They may never expire, but I'm telling them.
They actually do expire. They're not lying. It's just.
Right. So it's. Right. It is going to expire at some point in life. But for me, that's kind of getting that sense of urgency. The other one that I'm having a lot of my team do, it was from Clinton's video and it's really been successful. If you are not voice messaging is where it's at, that they can hear the excitement in your voice. They can hear that you're a genuine person, a real person. I'm having people send a voice message, something similar to, hey, I know we talked about this. I know you have your link. Just want to check in with you. The link's about to expire. The $1 sign up's about to end. Listen, these are products that you're already buying. You're going to get $100 in free product over your first 4 months. So it's virtually risk-free. When can we sit down to help get your account set up and get you shopping? If you just truly do not see the value that I see, I will personally help you cancel. So some kind of variation of that. And my people are having a lot of success with that one.
Yeah, I love that training. Y'all go watch that on Team Exalt if you have not seen it. It is so good that Clinton does, and it really can help you get anybody off the fence. And it, like what Kim just said, one that I will send same kind of message, and it's a voice message. Or I'll text some people. If that's how I've been communicating with them, I'll just keep that going. But I do a lot of voice messaging, and I just say, hey, your dollar is about to expire. I don't want to be a pest, but I would feel terrible if you missed out because I failed to follow up with you. Do you need help deciding where to start and what to order first? I've found that a lot of people, when they go in and they start to shop, they get just overwhelmed with everything that's in there and they can't decide. And so I just offer that up as maybe that's their reason that they haven't done it yet. But I fall on the proverbial sword a lot where I'm like, I would just feel awful if it's because of me that you missed out. But it's definitely, hey, your dollar is about to expire. That is just a variation. I take that one, and that's how I get most of the people right now to log in, because they're just busy. Y'all don't think they're sitting there looking at your messages and thinking, God, I wish she would leave me alone. They're busy.
So let me interrupt you on that, because I had a girl, so I was going to try another company's product. The first one I was talking to, I had messaged her and said, hey, can you send me some info on your product? She sent me the info, never followed up with me again. Like, to this day, never followed up with me again. And I just thought, like, had she followed up with me, like, I probably would have ordered from her. And so then I kind of was like, well, she doesn't really want me as a customer, right? So then I went to somebody else. She sent me her link. I said, okay, I'm going to try a few things. She sent me her link. I got busy. My phone died. My kids started screaming. I had everything in my cart. I just had to get up and get my debit card. And then the baby started screaming. She followed up with me the next day and said, hey, kind of what you said. She's like, I'm sorry if I was short with you yesterday. I said, no, it's fine. I'm at Target. I'm going to do it tonight. That was 3 weeks ago. I haven't heard from her. I want to try her stuff, but I just keep forgetting because I have 3 kids and a life and soccer and dance. And all I keep thinking is, if this girl had followed up with me one more time at the right moment when I had 10 minutes to grab my card, like, the stuff's in my cart, like, it's there. Don't be afraid to follow up. Like, that's our job. Our job, don't be like those girls. They just lost out on,
I had that same thing happen, Kim. Dead serious. Like, a girl part of me's like, do they want a sale? Like, I told Brent, I was like, I can't believe how many people I've talked to about products and they leave me hanging. I'm like, oh, I'm not ordering from you.
Right.
Like, nope.
We just had that. We were going to buy 2 cars. We were going to buy 2. And the salesman did not get back with us. And so we, in that amount of time, decided we're going to keep my husband's 20-year-old truck and pay my car off. So he missed out on our spontaneous want to buy. But it applies in a lot of cases. So save me a lot of money.
So yeah, we have to follow up and be very consistent. And I mean, I do what Kim does. I don't even wait 24 hours. Like, I'm on it.
Yeah, I follow up a lot, you guys. I mean, they said, like, the industry average, and I'm not talking network marketing. I'm talking straight up sales industry averages. You've got to touch people 7 times. 7 times. That's why when you go out and you buy radio ads, it's how many impressions can you get on the same person, and that's what you're trying to buy. We have to do that in follow-up. Here's a response that I got from a girl that I've followed up with 3 times on her link, and I could have stopped following up and assumed that she's annoyed with me, but I followed up one more time with that message I just told you, and she said, I'm so sorry. I never got a chance to look at it. I'll be able to this evening when I get home. Thanks for the heads up. And so, of course, since then, I'm like, I'm right in front of my computer and I can help you. And she said, I'm on it. If I have any questions, I'll holler at you. So people don't get mad at you. They're busy. You've got to understand that. So again, it's just put your personality into it. But I think just that initial, as simple as Kim said, hey, your dollar link is about to expire. I mean, just that works really well. Do you guys, anybody out there, there's so many people that are amazing at closing. If any of y'all want to add in the chat, anything that you say, please do so that we can capture that. Any best practices you have for people that have links, you're tired of looking at them, they haven't enrolled and they haven't ordered. Okay, so now for people that have enrolled.
Hey, Shannon, I just wanted to throw this out there that a bunch of people on the team are saying you hit a maximum. You are recording, right?
Yes.
That they can't get in because there's a maximum of 100.
Yes.
Saying, okay. I was going to let them know. I just wanted to.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yep, I'm recording, and one of these days I'll upgrade to the even bigger Zoom package. But right now I'm comfortable with the already expensive package I pay for. So anyway, okay, yes. Sorry for those that didn't get on first. I didn't even think about the maximum. Okay, so on to the people that have enrolled and not ordered. I'll just kick it off. Here's what I let them know. I say something like this, and again, it's voice messaging, so I scribbled down kind of a version of what I say, and I'll say, yay, I see that you have started your enrollment. Your dollar isn't locked in until you place your first order, so we want to get that done before it ends. Can I call you right now and help? I'll show you how to also get your $100 in free product. So people think that they've enrolled and they've locked themselves in for that dollar, and don't let them go on thinking that. A lot of people you have right now sitting there that have enrolled and haven't ordered, they think that they took advantage of the dollar. They probably haven't gone and looked at their credit card to see that there wasn't a dollar dinged, and they're not charged until they actually place an order. And so I say all that without saying, hey, you big goof, you're not locked in yet. Instead, it's, yay, I see you've started the process. We just need to finish it. Can I call you and I'll walk you through it? And kind of the hook on there is something I took from Madra, is what's in it for them. And I'll also show you how to get your $100 in free product. That's one that works really well for me for people that have enrolled and haven't ordered yet. Kim, what do you got?
I'm thinking. So I actually, hey guys, you know who my new regional is? BTW, Ben Sweetwood. We have a thing going.
He's a real man. He's real.
He is a real man, and he is mine. I'm like, I keep telling him, I'm like, if you knew all the Ben Sweetwood jokes, but
he's cheating on you because he's emailing all of us every day. I was chatting with him the other day, and he said when he was actually still in that role before he moved over to being a regional, this is just a side note, he said he did surveys. And so he has been surveying all of the people that enrolled and have never ordered. And what he said is, he said, you guys aren't doing anything wrong. He said, I would say 80% of the people that I have spoken to, something happened. Their phone died. Their dog got hit by a car. They had a heart attack. Their refrigerator broke. Their car broke. You know, he's like, it's literally just like surveys of like devastation. And he's like, what it, meant to me was like, you just have to strike when the iron's hot. So for me, what I've started doing is I just actually, like, I tell people, I'm like, okay, are you ready to physically sit down and order right now? Do you have 20 minutes that you can sit down with me? And I've started using Madra's system. That has helped me personally get less. I still get them. I still have people that say it, and then their phone dies and their dog gets hit by a car. So just FYI, I just wanted to give that statistic so that way, people, I think people they feel like they've done something wrong. Like, don't get down on yourself. But there are some preventative measures, which is, I just am like, I had a girl ask for a link tonight. I'm like, so you're ready to order right now? So what do I say when people, I mean, I don't know, my messages seem like really crappy compared to your guys, because I'm like, hey girl, you got to get your order in. Like, I don't know, like, I just am like, hey girl, your link's gonna expire. Hey girl, we got to get your order in. Those are like my go-tos. I will say something like, hey, I saw you got your enrollment in. Awesome. We got to make sure that we get your order in. And then I can get you added to our customer group, show you how to get the $100, like the same thing, like what's in it for them. I also have played stupid before and messaged them and been like, oh, awesome, I saw you're in. What did you order? I do that too. I'll say that.
Right.
Looks like you did it all on your own. What'd you start with? I'm so excited to hear.
I'm so excited to hear. Yep. And then that usually gets the conversation going. Or sometimes, actually probably one of the ones that probably the two I use the most would be, you got to get your order in. I start to get that way closer towards the end, right? Like, hey, you have not locked in the dollar. You got to get your order in. But the other one is, hey, I saw you enrolled, but you haven't ordered. Do you need product suggestions? I love that one.
Yeah.
Then I get to have a conversation back and forth with them. And a lot of times when I do that, I tell them my favorites and then they order right then. Like they're excited about it and they order right then. So.
Kim, but I like some of yours. I know they're simple, but that shows that it's not hard work though. I mean, it's just asking. It's not like it's surgery. I mean, you're literally just saying, hey, chick, do you want me to help you place your order? Like, I just saw that you haven't ordered yet. I don't want you to miss out on that $1 enrollment. Can I give you some suggestions? And I know most of the people that I suggest things to, they buy it. Like they always are like, yes, I bought the toilet bowl cleaner. It smells like mint. I've got to smell it, or, the Revive. I swear everybody buys Revive because I tell them if they buy anything, they have to add Revive. But I just tell people, hey, you're going to lose out on the $1. It will be $19 next month. Can I help you shop? And I have the same problem with Kim. We all do have somebody that, something happens. There's a death in the family or it's the reality. But I'm doing that too. I'm trying to tell people, hey, are you ready right now? And I'll help you. Yes. One girl was she was, I'm going to have to wait till next Thursday. And I'm like, oh my God, I just talked to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now guess what? She can't at all. And I'm like, well, there's one, so it happens. But she's my only one all month out of all like 12. So it worked out really good, Kim, to do that.
Right.
But that's what I do. Like if there's links out pending, like I told her yesterday, I'm like, hey, can I help you get your order in? And they get back to me. I'm never, just let me know. And I even say that whole thing, you can tell me to jump off a cliff. Just let me know either way so I can mark you off my list. I do all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the key, you guys, is like how we started the whole conversation just for everybody is you just have to be willing to continue to follow up with people. I mean, bottom line, all of these existing people, there's definitely tips and tricks to not have a large number of pending links and to make sure that they tell you they're ready to order. And even still, some people, their phone's going to die, whatever, things are going to happen. It's still going to happen. But at the end of the day, I follow up until people tell me to jump off a cliff. And I have not had that happen yet.
Same.
Like in my entire life of sales, ever had somebody tell me to do anything inappropriate with my life. Just haven't. And so you just have to keep following up and people will eventually become your customers. So you've got to be willing. And what we're telling you at this point in the month, you follow up now. Like Sadie bringing up a really good point about Friday being payday. Be the first thing on their mind for tomorrow by planting the seed tonight. Hey, here are some things that I recommend. And tell them, like, I love payday Fridays too. And here's some things that I recommend. So before you go spending your money and not maximizing every dollar you spend, we want to make sure you're saving everything you can by shopping here first and help them with the list now. And then tomorrow it's just if they're waiting on payday, then it's a matter of just helping them get that order in. But that's a lot of the follow-up messages I do on Thursday is planting that seed and, hey, I'll follow up with you tomorrow. And then I follow up with them again tomorrow. And then it's like a countdown until the bell rings and the $1 is over. It's all the way up to it. I'm like, okay, for real. This is the last chance because I would feel awful. I'm all about teaching you how to save money. Why would I let you spend $18 more?
Right.
Like, come on. It's stuff you're going to buy anyway.
And I've had people sign up literally 2 days later after the $1's over. Like it does happen.
Yeah. It'll happen. All the plants all the seeds you're planting builds momentum. And so those of you that really just work your rear end off to close strong, you're still going to have that hangover and people are going to enroll the first of next month. And then you can get the other incentive, but create that momentum because if you're going for one customer right now, I know so many of you that need one, make a goal for 2, make a goal for 3. Don't make a goal for 1 and end up short. But you've just got to be willing to, we're talking about a lot of follow-up. We create the sense of urgency. Just like I shared with you guys, I've lived my whole life, 0 to 0, the starting of a new month. I love it's a cumulative total here and I don't lose everything that I work for this month. But I've always lived it where it's, 0 to 0 from the 30th to the 1st of the month. And that sense of urgency. And the only thing that changes is us. The products don't change. Nothing changes. We're the ones that change. We create that sense of urgency. Tomorrow is just like any other Friday, but the amount of urgency we put in tomorrow is what's going to make it an amazing day. What amount of urgency we put into tonight will make it an amazing close when you get off of here. And you should all have brass balls to message people and get out of your own way and not let anything stop you, because I just have so much belief in what we're offering that I feel like I'm failing people right now if I'm not letting them know about the dollar. I really
And if
feel
we're
that
not,
way. Oh my gosh, I've got to let people know.
and somebody else will, because there's customers that I run into and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have said something. Like somebody else will if you don't.
Somebody else will.
Yep.
Yeah. And if it's not with this company, I just went to Costco and bought all my stuff for the next whatever. And they'll go to the grocery store and be like, I'll order from you next week. So we absolutely have to address the need now. Okay. So do you guys have anything else on people that have enrolled and not ordered? I mean, I think it's just get them on the phone if you can. I mean, take a page straight out of Maedra's book, and where she keeps saying, get them on the phone. Also, where the packs, if they want to pack and it's their first order, you can call customer care and place that pack order for them. They just need to tell you what pack. You can do that. So that's also a huge tip that came from Maedra, and I love that because I really, really sell the packs. And it's like, get the customer favorites pack and add Revive. Get the customer favorites pack and add the whatever. If they don't want the home conversion pack, I'm always like, that one product that you wanted, I find a pack, and then they can add that one product on if it's not in the pack, and call in and do the pack. Okay, so yes.
This is Maedra. Can I chime in 2 seconds?
Yes, please.
All right. I don't mean to come in. This is amazing. Like, you guys are doing so amazing, and it's so true. Let me go back to the shopping really, really quick, and then I'll mute myself. You guys, I go back to when I first got started, okay? The person that enrolled me suggested a pack. I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, that sounds great. I'm going to go in and look at the things that I really need. I feel like I'm really tech savvy, and I was so overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed with all the different aisles. There's 500 products. I need Windex. What the heck's it called here? I don't even know how to find it, right? So if they are ready to shop and they want an enrollment link and they send me their email, I send them the link. I say, fill out this information, click start shopping. When you get to your site, call me. I want to show you the $100, just like Shannon was explaining. We go straight to the packages. If the packages are not something that they can do right now, I tell them to go get the grocery list that's on their counter, because we all do that, right? And to physically use the search bar just like they would Amazon. People are familiar with that. If you need Windex, call it glass cleaner. If you need laundry detergent, type in laundry detergent, because the system will populate every single thing that has to do with that, right? So you have to lead them and guide them and teach them to shop. The packs are so easy, but you can't sometimes drop the affordable shop club on them and then expect them to spend $200, So I get that. But then when they're wanting to spend 35 or 50 points, I sometimes have a group of product on my counter that I take a picture of and I send it to them. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at the variety. These are all the things that I get. And you've got to teach them to utilize that search bar. They can search for gluten-free. They could search the word Band-Aids. I did that my very first order, right? Like, I needed Band-Aids, and oh my God, you're kidding, they have them. So really, really use that search bar, or teach them to anyway, because I feel like it's hard to find stuff. It really is. Once you get acclimated a month later, right, you can handle it. But that very first initial order, if you aren't going to handhold them, you've got to give them some suggestions and great talk on follow-up, because they're not ignoring you. They are not thinking about Melaleuca every day like we are, right? Like, it's the last thing that they're thinking of. So anyway, that's all I had. You guys this is great.
Y'all chime in anytime you want, Maedra, of course.
Yeah, I'm like, just do it, Madra.
I'm like writing down.
Yeah. Oh, well, and Major triggered me to think something. And so my enroller, Erin, just sent me a link and was like, here you go. She didn't explain anything. I love her dearly, but she'd been in like 2 days. She didn't explain anything. She just sent me a link. I thought I ordered. I thought my backup order was my order. So like a week later, I was like, oh, I'm like, Erin told me like the shipping was really fast. Like I'd get my stuff really quick. And I went and logged into my account and no money had come out. Like nothing.
I did the exact same thing. I figured it out on my own. I went in to track my order and there was no order coming. I'm like, where's my order?
I'd step in front of a bus for Erin, but she sucked when she enrolled me. She texted me and said, good luck.
She messaged me and said, you can order either way. That's okay. Just let me know.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, though, the whole phone thing, I think there's a couple things that I get on the phone with people I don't even know. Like if there's somebody that I meet on Facebook or somebody that's a referral from Melaleuca, I get on the phone with people and you build that relationship with them. I know it can be a little awkward and it feels a little funny, but I'm telling you, it really works. And then when I talk to them about packs, I normally always get them to order a pack when I'm on the phone with them.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it can be awkward, but I'm telling you guys, like I was on the phone with a girl for over an hour and she actually is going to build a business. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. I don't know.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to talk to people. They like that. And then they're going to trust you more too about what your recommendations are. So yeah.
They know you're a real person.
Yes. Yeah. I have a lot of success with getting people on the phone, and heck, we haven't even gone to overviews. I mean, we haven't even started to talk about that because we started with following up with people we've already had conversations with, but they've done an overview, then you're just helping them do the order. But okay, so let's talk about new prospects, because I'm sure there are people on here like, I need some new people. Who do I reach out to? Maybe you just started and you're like, I need to get going, but how do we get new prospects right now? It holds true at any point, but with a bigger sense of urgency right now, because maybe you just enrolled and you want to enroll 8. Maybe you want to enroll 8 more. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to get the incentive and get 4 more, but you need new prospects and new people to talk to. So Sadie, you want to kick it off on how you're generating some new leads right now?
Sure, because I'm doing that because, the more that we enroll, and obviously we've enrolled a lot, so I'm constantly, every month, I'm building it's almost like a brand new network. I'm not echoing, am I?
No.
Okay. So I do friend request a lot of people on Facebook, but there's still a lot of people that I'm not even touching. So I make a list, like if people like posts of mine that I do, if it's a personal post or even a product post, or I'm going to go on there and whoever liked it, I'm going to write them down in a book and I start networking. I just start networking, engaging with them, getting to know them. I don't message them about Melaleuca for a long, long time, but that's how I get new leads.
And right now you can kind of speed date.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with it being the close of the month, you could just kind of speed date.
Girl, I'll message more people right now that I normally wouldn't have because I've got goals. And yeah.
Because I've got goals.
Tomorrow's going to be mass messaging complete strangers. I promise you, I'm going to be one of them. So Mama's got goals.
Yeah. So that's one that I had written down, and Hillary had a great message and I use it. I stole it from her, but it is where you go back through every post that you have put up about any product and make a list right now of anybody that liked the post. We all have those people that like stuff. It makes me think of that wireless commercial. Stop liking everything. But they like everything. People are liking your stuff, and we only immediately follow up with those people that comment. But go back and look at the people that have liked it. And then Hillary had a great message that's basically something to the effect of, hey, I saw you liked my post about whatever. I'll send a picture of it just to remind them what it was. If it was Revive or hair, skin, and nails or whatever I posted about, I'll send them a picture of it so they'll remember, jog their memory of what the post was. And I just assumed that this meant that you might be interested in this, and I would feel awful if I failed to follow up with you and you missed out on the dollar and how amazing this club is. And if I totally misread that, then you can tell me to go kick rocks. So no pressure at all, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll get you the information. So it's a very just non-icky way to approach them, and you're jogging their memory from the beginning of like, hey, I didn't like come to you. You're over here liking my business. And so I just want to make sure I didn't misinterpret something and leave you hanging. I love that one. And you guys can all go right now, and even if every post that you had, you missed one like, you could end up with a whole new group of people to reach out to. Kim, what do you have for new prospects?
Well, in general, because I don't know that I look for new prospects at the end of the month. That might be unpopular for like me personally enrolling. I do a lot of follow-up. I do some reaching out. You know, here's the thing. I work my business 99.9% through social media. So I am not the one you want to talk to about making contact lists and calling people. I work my business on Facebook. I'd probably say of the 170 customers I've signed, 160 of them have been off of Facebook. So, but for me, finding new leads is about effectively working social media. So effectively working Facebook. A lot of times we're on Facebook and we think that we're working and we're not doing anything. So when somebody tells me, and I just actually got off a working Zoom with one of my new seniors team, and she said, you know, I feel like, you know, some of my personal stuff gets a lot of likes and then my Melaleuca stuff gets crickets. And I said, well, that's because people don't want to see your Melaleuca stuff then, right? Like that's not an algorithm problem. That's not people not seeing your posts, right? That sounds mean, but it's the truth, right? And my job is to be mean sometimes. But then I said, how many friends do you have on Facebook? She's like 1,000. And I was like, are you doing like a letter of the day type thing? Are you going and finding new people to engage with? No. Okay. That's where you start. Do that for a week, 7 days, come back and talk to me next Thursday on our working Zoom. For me, that's how I find new leads. If I'm feeling like I am not getting new people commenting on my stuff, I'm not getting new likes, I'm not getting new interaction, I will and I just kind of do this generally in my business every morning, and I did a video on it in Revolution. I sit right here with my coffee for an hour and I go find new people in my Facebook that I don't see, right? Because you're tricking the algorithm to bring new people to you. And that's how I get new leads, or I put out content, or you know what I mean? I go and friend request people from groups. So I'm trying to work social media, but if you're constantly posting to the same, 40 people on Facebook, because roughly 10% are seeing your post. And if you have 400 friends on Facebook, right? So you're posting to the same 40 people over and over and over again. They've already seen what you have and they don't want it. And again, that sounds mean. I'm harsh, but they don't want it. So let's go get a new 40 people into your feed. Let's go get a new 50 people, a new 100 people. That's how I get new leads. And then very rarely in real life, I had my husband approach this guy from his bowling league and he enrolled and ordered a home conversion pack. But for me, that's even right now, so the last 3 days of the month, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Following up and getting new people. And I'm going to throw out some hopefully really awesome product posts. I don't know.
So you get so you go and you do the work, you get new engagement by going and engaging with the people on purpose, that when you then post, they are going to see it because you went and engaged with them first on their social media.
Yeah.
That's what anybody that is sitting there if you're without a network, if you need fresh eyes, if you have no engagement on your post, just social media 101 from Kim is you need to go out and put out what you want in return. If you're not giving, you're not going to get. And give it to new people.
I tell people spend 20 minutes. If you're super pressed on time, I like to do it for about an hour every morning, because then everything I post throughout the day is going to show up in their feed. So Facebook 101, when you comment on somebody's stuff, you show up in their feed and vice versa. If you're commenting on all the same people in your feed, you're in an echo chamber. So I say, if you're pressed on time, 20 minutes in the morning, go find 15, 20 names that aren't familiar to you and go interact with them. Oh, that's a cute picture of your kid. Oh my gosh, how funny. Oh, and then when you go to post your next product post, they're most likely you're going to show up in their feed and you just got 20 new sets of eyes. If you do that every single day, I promise you, you will have a lot more leads by the end of the month.
And I'm so excited. The training next Thursday is going to be all on social media. The do's and don'ts of social media to help you build a social media business here at Melaleuca. It will rock. Okay, so here's one of the things that the last 5 customers that I have enrolled, I probably have 18 or more. Last time I counted, it was 18. I have so many new leads from this one thing that I just did. And so I went through all my existing customers and made a list of the people that have been my existing customers that have a big network, that they are influencers in their network. And if they say something, people are going to listen. And how do you know that? You go look at their Facebook and they post, my kid stubbed his toe and they got 300 likes or whatever. They don't have to have a giant network. They might only have 1,000 friends, but they have a very committed following. They're influential. And the particular person I asked to do for it, she is a friend of mine and she has zero interest in ever referring. I know that. And so I just said, you've been using the products for a little while. I know you love them. Will you do me a favor and just post a product that you love? And she went and posted and it was her beautiful wood floors, posted how she loved Clean and Gleam. And thanks to my friend, she didn't say my name or anything. She just said, I'm so glad that my friend told me about this. And I'm still working comments on that post and they trust her. And so she was nice enough to continue to comment through there and say, my friend Shannon will message you. And so then I'm messaging them and they trust her. And so they are ordering from me and they want Clean and Gleam. And I'm like, you need to get a pack and then add that. And so my last 5 customers all came from her post just in the last 48, maybe 72 hours. And they've all been pack orders because of her Clean and Gleam. So that's something that I recommend you do. They don't have to join your business. They may never want to refer and they can go on just loving our products. And they don't have to have 5,000 friends.
No, the other one, that's good. You just triggered something for me. I'm like, I don't know what I do to work my business. But I have a lot of my team doing this. Going to current customers to do shared posts, or your mom, your sister, your uncle, and your grandpa who all said they're not going to join for whatever reason. Okay, fine. I'm not asking you to join, but would you be willing to put up a Facebook post for me? I mean, if you have 20 people put up a post for you, if nothing else, you're going to be really busy and you're going to get really good at sending people, you know what I mean? Practicing your,
Yes. Yeah. Shared posts really work. I personally did a giveaway and asked people, hey, do you want to enter to win this Instapot, which I got a lot of interest in winning. But what I found is, for me, intentionally going and asking the people that I really want to post for me, just straight up freaking asking them to post for me. Because a lot of the people that wanted the free stuff, they're not real influential on their social media. They're just not. So I didn't get the people I was hoping for. I got some interest. But I would encourage you to do that. Ask, just like we ask our friends to help in a lot of ways, ask them to help you. And I sent her a kick-ass pair of earrings that I found on Etsy, like as a thank you. Here you go. She will be posting for me again. Also, asking your existing customers for referrals. We do not do enough of that, but you can go, even if you have one customer, it doesn't matter how many customers you have, go back through them and just say, do you know anybody else that brushes their teeth and washes their hair and does their laundry that would like to save time and money and like these products? Will you please just introduce me to them? Or however they can bridge that gap, or just let you know who they are. And you can go friend them and say, hey, Kelly is a mutual friend, and she said that she thought you would love the products that she loves, and she didn't want you to miss out on the dollar opportunity either. So we both wanted to let you know. That's a great way to get customers. And that's just like sales 101 is referrals. In any sales business, you're going to live and die by referrals a lot of times. I know I do in real estate. So we'd miss that opportunity a lot to reach out to people. Ask for referrals. And the other thing Sadie said about the post and writing down names. Those are some things that I have for new prospects.
I have about 4 new leads from Sunday, and they were all referrals.
Yeah, referrals. And you guys, they don't have to be your customer too. They can be these people, just like Kim said, instead of asking them to do a post, fine, don't ever buy from me. But can you just give me 4 or 5 people that would like to save time and money and do brush their teeth and do their laundry and wash
or right, or take a basket to work. I mean, we can get, I saw somebody out that people like, you don't brush your teeth, you're not gonna wash your clothes. Somebody was asking, like, how do you get your there? I mean, you can get so creative. Same thing. Ask those people to take a basket to work. Ask them to take some samples. I had a girl that just enrolled someone because on a community site, someone was complaining about their son had eczema. It's like their neighborhood site. And so she grabbed a Renew sample, walked it down the street, gave it to her. She gave it to her son. And the next day was like, oh my God, this stuff's incredible. And enrolled, and ordered a ton of stuff. So, I mean, it's just, you can get real creative on how to get new eyes.
Yeah, that's a whole Zoom is just how to get new customers. But as far as just like somebody said, I've been networking with people, but I need to get orders. I just call it speed dating. So you do the same thing with new people, you just do it faster. So I would make your list smaller. So if you've got 50 people you've just friended, you're not gonna be able to speed date 50 people. Pick out a smaller number of them and engage heavily with them over the next 24 hours. And then message them and just be like, I'm so sorry I haven't shared this with you before. I know we've been following each other's Facebook and I feel like a jerk. Haven't told you about this before. It's almost over, so sorry for the fire drill, but I'd hate for you to miss out on what my other friends are getting in on. Just speed date them. That's what I call it. Just because it's still a real relationship. People get married from speed dating.
Yeah, no, I love that. I'm going to use that.
48 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you're not faking it. You're just doing it faster. Okay. Anything else on new prospects, or do y'all have any questions about new prospects?
And I think that if you feel lost, and especially if you're really working towards a goal, like if you're working towards director, I wouldn't be spammy with your product post, but maybe post a little bit more often. Like that's what I do. So, but I make sure they're good before and after pictures or something that I've had a lot of interest in. Like now that we have the oil special, I posted a lot about oils this week, and I've had a lot of people take advantage of that.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, again, everybody's not seeing your post just because you are. They're not all seeing what you're posting. So it's not like they're, oh, here she goes again.
I mean, I don't like to post 5 product posts in a day, but I may do 1 or 2, but they're not just bam product posts in your face. They might be a little like I'm drinking my coffee or whatever I'm doing, or my daughter's sitting on a Melaleuca box. I don't know. Just something.
And if you're really converting your home, I mean, if you just go throughout your day, you could post about so many products. It's ridiculous. From the time you wake up until you go to bed, my home is so converted.
It's natural and organic for me to post once a day because I'm using it all from the minute I wake up. The first thing I do is make a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the biggest one that we see is, like you said, it's not that you're not seeing your post. You throw up a product post and you're like, oh my God, nobody commented, nobody enrolled. My grandma hates me. My mom hates me. My dog hates me. And it's like, no, you put up 1 product post and probably half the people haven't seen it because you haven't been active on Facebook. And I don't know how many people. I just enrolled a girl the other day. I'm a very patient woman, so I have not done the likes thing, but I've been thinking about it. She's liked a bunch of my posts over the last 6 months, and I'm just aggressively patient. I'm thinking, I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her.
Now, Kim, it's not getting. I'm kidding.
We don't get. Okay, fine. We don't get. But I was like, I'm going to get
Kim,
that
you're
one.
going to change her life. That we know that's
going to help her convert her home. But then I posted the carpets, those horrible carpets that Erin posted, and she commented. She's like, that's it. I'm in. I'm ready. I'm messaging back and forth with her, enrolling her, and I'm like, do you need product suggestions? She's like, no, I have a notebook with a list of stuff. I've been watching your posts for 6 months. I know everything that I want. And I'm like, all right, there you go. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Gosh, that's funny. Yeah, maybe you should go back through your likes, Kim.
I think you need to totally reevaluate what you've been doing.
Reach out.
I don't know. Listen, you guys, I am not on my game this month. I am like on the struggle bus. Like my kids just went back to school and I have a lot of them. And if you would have seen me in July, it was a whole different Kim. September Kim is like, I need to take a nap and sleep for longer than 2 hours straight.
Well, you're killing it for whatever you're talking about. Okay, so I guess the last thing that I had was just existing customers that need to order. I know everybody isn't in this boat, but there are a lot of us that are, where we could do a whole Zoom on customer care, which we are going to do one on retention and all of that, but definitely want to talk about this. So my tip that I will start with for existing customers, just my overall encompassing thing for my existing customers is I never, ever, ever will message them and say, don't forget to order, because all that translates to is don't forget to cancel, don't forget to cancel. So I make sure that anytime I follow up with an existing customer, I'm providing them value, whether it's recommending products or telling them about their learn to earn dollars or customer appreciation deal. So I'm touching my customers multiple times a month. I do a newsletter. I do a weekly customer appreciation email. I use Constant Contact. Again, we could do a whole training on that. But just an example of my follow-up messages to people, like all my people, you can go to your Learn to Earn dashboard and you can pull up your customers that ordered last month that have not watched a single video this month. You can go and look at that on your Learn to Earn dashboard. And so I'll go through those, and those people, they all got a message that said, hey, Kelly, make absolutely sure that you go and click on Learn to Earn, watch your videos, the short videos, accrue your $100, and as soon as you put at least 35 points in your cart, you can add $40 more free. So I'm just giving her some value. That is the same thing as don't forget to order. That's what I'm saying to her. But instead it's, as soon as you put your 35 points or more in, you can add another $40 free. So there's something for her in that. So I use Learn to Earn and that Learn to Earn dashboard to help me a lot with that. I don't want people getting their backup order, you guys. They shouldn't. They will. Anytime that somebody gets a backup order, I'm just waiting for them to be unhappy and cancel. And any of my people that canceled, that's the number one thing that I see is their backup order ran. And so I try to help them with that to avoid that. The other thing is recommending products. So I will also send a screenshot with some of my favorite products, and it's always changing. I'm always recommending new things because I'm always discovering new things. And I'll say like, okay, here's my favorite thing I'm obsessed with right now. And it's the BB cream and the cream blush or whatever I think that they may like that I'm obsessed with. Send them examples and tell them things that they should try and order. If they're all they've been using is the cleaning supplies, I'm going to help them branch out, and I'll go into a totally different category of products and recommend that, because people get fixated on what they first ordered and they think that that's all we have in the club, and they're not going to order cleaning products every month. So help them with how to shop and how to maximize their spending whenever you follow up. So, and then definitely the customer appreciation deal. That's an amazing tool that we have as a team that only our team has, you guys. I mean, that's amazing that only our team has that. So leverage that. It's a way to help people branch out and try other things. And I'll share with you from convention that people that get a diffuser and oils stay 4 times longer. Just essential oils. That's how dramatic it is impact on retention, because it's something people will continue to use, fall in love with them, get obsessed with them, and stay. So that oil essential is a huge deal.
I just sent a book, like a modern essentials book of essential oils to one of my customers that bought a bunch of oils. I do all kinds of like thank you cards, guys, and I send samples. And I did what Shauna did the other day, and I went through whoever wasn't even, like they're in my organization, but they're not my personals. And if they ordered like over 80 points, I sent them a little letter with some samples today. So, but I do what
doing that. I took a note out of somebody's book, and
yeah,
Erin sent me this pen, and so I thought it was like she's telling me I better write some handwritten thank you cards. So I have been
Seriously.
sending samples.
Yep. So every person that orders every month, I do thank you cards for my new customers with some samples. And then I've been doing like gifts for my customers that have been with me for a long time. I just sent out a bunch of fall scent soaps to like some long-term.
There's your robe. Are you wanting it or
That's
you?
awesome.
Okay, I'll let you take it to your room then. All right. And did we get your dirty brief?
Alrighty. I can't
Yeah,
find
that was
my,
fun.
I'm trying to mute
Oh, you
everybody.
need to change. So
Oh, it's dry.
Alrighty.
it's dry on the outside, but not.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to find the mute button. Okay.
That's
Well,
funny.
I mean, I think that's. Did you want to? Sorry, Sadie.
So are you good? Or I'm a little like off track.
To say.
Yeah, I do the same thing as Sadie. I am religious. This is not how to get people to order. But listen, I mean, people, they have a choice where they can shop, plain and simple. They have a choice. They are choosing to shop with us, and they're choosing to be with Melaleuca. And if nothing else, I send my customers a handwritten thank you card at the first of every month. Not the first, because I'm doing moves and trying not to lose my mind. But it's actually something I've been slacking on. Somebody said what types of samples. You can do Sabella, Activate C's, FiberWise. You don't have to, and you don't have to do samples. You can just send them a message, right? You don't have to do samples. You don't have to spend money. I can do that, and so I do. But if you are just new and you are starting out, just sending them a Facebook message and saying or a text message or whatever, I just want to let you know I appreciate you so much for shopping with me. It's just nice to feel appreciated as a customer. But yeah, my customers that enroll that haven't ordered, I don't typically start looking at it until about the 15th of the month. I always, every Monday for my team and for me is not customer appreciation, but customer service day. So Mondays, that's what we do first thing in the morning. And I have all my team do it, and I have them check in. I have them message about whatever our current customer appreciation is, right? Maybe it's not doing an order. Maybe it's watching an overview. Maybe it's watching the marketplace. But like Mondays are just customer appreciation days or customer service days. But about the 15th, I start messaging my people. I let them know, hey, you have $40 you can use this month. Let me know if you need product suggestions. What did you try from last month? What did you love? What did you that type of stuff. And then towards the end of the month, again, I get a little bit more aggressive, and I'm like, you got to get your order in. I mean, like on like the 30th, I'm like, you got to get your order in. And I say, same as you, anytime I have had a customer cancel, it's because they got a backup order.
Yeah.
I've never had a customer cancel because they didn't love their products.
Mm-hmm.
They cancel because they got a backup order. And it's like clockwork. They get a backup order, and like on the 2nd or the 3rd, I'm getting the email that they downloaded their cancellation form. So, by like the 30th, I'm like, you have to get your order in today, or let me help you cancel, because I do not want you getting a box of products you don't want. And that's the other one. Sometimes I think people get scared. They don't want to follow up their customers. You don't have to be scared here, because I have never had a customer out of 170 cancel because they didn't like their products, right? You can walk them through it. You can help them come up with a solution. You can help them figure out what they may like, what they may not like. But if you don't message them and they get a backup order, they are canceling. Like, I can almost guarantee it. They are. So, and it affects everybody, because the last thing you want is somebody on Facebook saying they got a box of stuff they didn't want and nobody told them and nobody reminded. Like, it's just, people will tell 10 people that they had a bad experience. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and it's our job to teach people to shop every month, not to get a backup box order.
I would like to, real quick, I just want to say that there is about a handful of customers of mine that I actually order for them. They, I just do. They give me a list, and I log into their account and I order for them. So I always give them the option if they struggle. If I've noticed that they're getting 5 backup orders, I have one right now that I'm going to order for her when I get off here. She got like so many. She's still my customer. It's not that I didn't message her. I did, but she just never, got around to it. So I'm ordering for her. So that's an option.
Yeah, I have a couple of people like that. One of them was my best friend. She's like, I'm just too busy to order. I'm like, oh, come on. But I'll do it for her, because she loves the products, and she won't unless I do it. Okay, awesome stuff. I mean, we tried to cram a lot in. We could do a Zoom on each one of these categories, but we just wanted to come with you guys about how to really finish the month strong. And just to reiterate, and you guys can say your closing comments too, but mine just continues to be that you just have to be willing. None of this was life-changing verbiage that we gave you. It's just the fact that we do it, and we do a high level of activity around it. And I mean, we're talking like our goals are to always be in the extended circle of influence, to at the very least be a new director every month. Personally, I know my goal is to enroll 15 or more a month. My goal is to also try and beat Sadie and Kim every month.
That's been my day. I've been trying to, I beat Kim. Listen, I beat Kim for like 2 hours, and I made sure everybody knew that shit. Oh, excuse my language. I made sure everybody knew that. I was like, okay, Erin, you better post this, because in 2 hours, she's going to go enroll somebody.
And I was like, oh God, just let her have it so we can stop talking about it already.
Well, Kim was very humble. She shouted it out. It was.
No, I did. Hey, you know what? Come beat me. Come beat me. Because if you come beat me, then you are kicking butt. And
Y'all, I seriously, when I get the magazine, I go right to the who have the most enrollments each month. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, beat her. Yeah. I'm so bad. But I just, y'all, it motivates me. It challenges me. But
it's all good fun. Yeah. It's all good fun.
Yeah, because
I'm old and tired. I'm old and tired. That's going to be my excuse. I've been running like this for 14 months. I'm old and tired. If I enroll 8 to 20 per month and help a bunch of people make a shitload of money, I am, sorry language, I am thrilled. But yes,